United States in the election of 1860 and pledges to keep slavery out of the territories. Most of the southern states disagree and form a new nation, the Confederate States of America. This causes conflict between the two nations, and the Confederates attack Fort Sumter, starting the Civil War on April 12, 1861. For 4 years, over 2 million Union troops and 1 million Confederate troops fought against each other in what was then the United States. By May 16, 1865, over 620,000 men had died in the efforts to protect their nations. But during the war, when the battles emerged on the fields, many bullets whizzed by the troops' heads from unknown origins, many of them finding their marks in the heads of soldiers and scaring the other soldiers next to them, leading them to wonder who was hiding so close that they could find their mark, not knowing they were hundreds of yards away.
Boys, and drink a hearty cheer to the land of our adoption and the Irish born.
Abraham Lincoln wants the war to end quickly so they can close up this massive wound that has been opened on the country. So, as a compromise or solution, the Union allowed General Hiram Burton, the best marksman in the country, to recruit an elite group of highly skilled shooters with top-of-the-line rifles to help with the war effort. They were known as the Burton Sharpshooters, 1st and 2nd Regiment. There were 10 companies of sharpshooters led by Hiram Burton. They would go through intense training, learning how to use the environment as camouflage, knowing when to fire without giving their position away, and hitting their target every time. The regiments were supplied with Colt Model 1855 revolving rifles, or they used their own personal rifles and became the deadliest marksmen in the Civil War. The sharpshooters were highly skilled men with rifles that could hit a man up to 1,000 yards away. They learned to blend in and not be seen when firing. Unlike normal regimes and armies, the sharpshooters had free rein when it came to their attacks. Each man would shoot when they felt ready or had a shot. Sharpshooters never fought in formation. They always found what cover they could find and go from spot to spot. They stuck to the tree lines outside of the fields where battles would take place, or on larger hills overlooking the fields. They would lay down in hiding in the brush, pointing the rifle toward the battlefield, waiting for their moment to strike. As a sharpshooter prones on his target, they see him through their scopes. Some depicted
That's all I have so far.
what they were doing as feeling.